has to be taken. Instance, how to analyze phishing email as a remediation step, right? We have to block, I mean, as a remediation step on the phishing emails, we have to ask user to delete the email permanently, right? As well as we have to block the IP address on the firewall. We have to block the email ID and domain on the email gateway. As well as if system is already compromised, we have to isolate the system, right? Further, you can check it out if any traffic has been generated, right? Any Windows login failure event or any IPS alert has been triggered, or any virus related alert has been triggered from the same IP which have been compromised, same system, right? Further checks you can do to identify any lateral movement. Lateral movement means one system compromised, attacker may get access to other system also, right? To identify that maybe after multiple login failure, successful login happen, right? You can check those logs. Maybe attacker may try to do the brute force one of the system and then after that successful. So these kind of further analysis we can do. Also, we can check which all user have received the email so that you could identify total impact. Understand? So this was the, so we understand, I mean, a phishing email, sometimes you'll have attachment on the email body, right? Where attacker objective is to, so that you can install, you can open that attachment and some malware will get installed. Sometime, attacker will give you the phishing link on that email, right? He will ask you to enter some user credentials, some critical information that he wanted to get out of you, right? Those are we call as phishing emails, right? So you identify by looking at the email only. First of all, you should think whether I'm intended to receive that email or not. That is the first thing you should think. You should check. That is the first identification of the email. That user who are receiving this email should check whether he is intended to receive, from which source the email is coming to. Get it mind? Before opening that email. Okay. So now further we'll understand about the other incident, right? That we have planned to discuss, right? What is the incident response plan? What action has to be taken? What kind of analysis we have to do for a specific incident? However, your concept should be clear, right? I mean, see, it's not about particular incident, right? If your logic is clear, you understand, okay, this particular device will generate this event. As an analysis, what also we should check, right? This is not something, this is a logical question. These are the logical, if you understand well, these are the logical. Any incident, you understand, okay, this is the impact, then I should look for this device log, I should look for this device log, okay, might be something else will happen, I should look at this device logs as well. It's not something that I'm explaining you and then you will tell the same thing, but that is the right, but still you should understand why we are doing this. Get in mind? So that any incident, because might be while you working in the company, right? You might come across different incident, right? But your concept is clear. What should I check? What should I check? Right? Then only it will be good for you. Get in mind? It's not a script like, okay, this is written that you have to follow. Right? You should have your concept clear so that you can use your own knowledge, your own concept, isn't it? However, to clear your concept, we'll cover those incidents. We'll understand what analysis and what device will capture those incidents, what kind of analysis we should do, what kind of remediation means action point we should do to stop it. Okay, so let me share my screen now. I'll be showing you one more incident, a phishing email yesterday we got. That is having a link. Yesterday we investigated one incident, right, which has the attachment. Now means after our class only, yesterday evening, I think I received one email that is phishing email having the URL. Right? Let's see how it looks like. We will not analyze much, but I will show you how it is phishing. Get it? Mind? Then we'll continue our further session. Our email, our website is hosted on the GoDaddy, right? And hosting provider is GoDaddy. So our email also, we have taken the GoDaddy services for email. GoDaddy is a hosting service provider, right? Small companies, because if we host, website in our own server, right? Then we have to make the server 24/7 up all the time, right? If anytime server got down, website also will be down. So this cloud service provider, hosting service provider like GoDaddy, Hostinger, some different companies, they provide the hosting of the website. Email service also we have bought, right? Because, for example, for website, we have application firewall. Now we have deploy backup and everything we have scheduled, right? That is, for a small companies, it is good to host the website in this service provider because it will be on lesser cost and also maintenance will be zero. You don't have to maintain yourself. And that is the reason our website was compromised last time because of their issues, right? It was not hosted on our server that we can deploy web application firewall or we can update our firewall or something like that. It was hosted on GoDaddy. That's the reason, right? So for email gateway, we don't have email gateway, right? It's a normal service that we have. We don't have email gateway, right? Because our business is not much on the email, so we don't have email gateway. Now you understand because of not having email gateway, what kind of impact we have. Or we are not having much business communication internal to user, right? So maybe if we grow up, maybe we can go for email gateway, but at this moment, it's not required. So let me share my screen and show you an example quickly. It's an example of phishing email plus spoofed email. You see yesterday, this I was saying your supplement order email, right? DMARC, DKMI, SPF authentication all was failed. Still the email was delivered. Yes or no? Because we were not having email gateway where this feature has been enabled. If you have email gateway, it will check the SPF record of the sender. If simexpert.com SPF is different, and attacker is saying sending email from simexpert.com also, but SPF is not matching, the email will not delivered. Email gateway will block it. But since we don't have, then that's the reason the email was delivered to us. Even DMARC, SPF validation, all was failed for the particular domain. Right? So let me check you here another example of spoofed email which we received yesterday. You can see what is written: name, GoDaddy, and read. One moment. Screen is not shared.
It's shared. We are visible.
Here offline it is not shared. 192.168.1.105 हो गया ना. देखो ये ईमेल आया कब? yesterday 3:20 PM पे, है ना? ईमेल कहाँ से आया? देखो, देखना जरा. sender trainings@simexpert.com. This is our email ID. And receiver, what is receiver? simexpert.com. Same domain, same email ID. Yes or no? Same domain. So how anybody can send the email from our domain? Because it's a spoofed email. Get it? Spoofed email means using your domain, someone else has sent an email. Get it? But you think that it's mail from GoDaddy because see how people will treat. The email came from training@simexpert.com. Our mail and website is also hosted on GoDaddy. So GoDaddy may use this, maybe people may think, right? Because they didn't GoDaddy. Okay, that is written service suspended. It is written service suspended. Means your mail service suspended. Because you hide training@simexpert.com, your use of our service is not suspended for verification. Please confirm now to reactivate service. The email is saying that your service on GoDaddy has been suspended. You have to verify your account to reactivate the service. Confirm reactivation here. Email address is unmonitored. Generally, you will see, right? Some email address, no reply @simexpert.com, not monitored. Mail looks like official. This email address is unmonitored. If you need any help in future, please check it out our support team. This URL correct only, GoDaddy. But for reactivation, you have to click it here. Let's click it here. What happens? देखो URL क्या open हुआ? Is this GoDaddy? No. This is not GoDaddy URL, right? Is it GoDaddy URL? No, right? GoDaddy URL godaddy.com. But देखो ये पेज GoDaddy के जैसे ओपन हुआ. देखो ये. If you actual GoDaddy, GoDaddy web mail login, है ना? This is a GoDaddy page, GoDaddy web mail login. Let's see how it looks like. You can see sso.godaddy.com And this is the page for login webmail, right? I have to, if I log in, I have to log in my training that is swingexpert.com webmail. Through webmail, I have to log in like this in a GoDaddy page. So you can see similar page has been done, same to same. Yes or no? Same to same page has been designed, duplicate special link. Now let me enter my username and password. Shall I enter? Huh?
No.
No, sir. No.
अभी देखो
Capture your user ID and password.
फनी फर्जी डाल के देखते हैं. We'll also put something like that. Let's see what happens. Click in. See, nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. Why? Because the password and credential has been submitted. Once you click it here, nothing happen. But attacker work is done because you have submitted your credential. Okay, nothing is happening. Why? Because attacker work is done. You have given your credential to the attacker, right? But actually, actual link is this to log in. Now let's check. Let's verify. Is this actual phishing link or what? Let me open the actual link again. Is it phishing link? Let me copy this. Where we can check this link now?
VirusTotal.
VirusTotal, sir.
VirusTotal. ये पता क्यों नहीं है? Not everybody is telling. Click on URL. Okay. What is this? 8 security vendors flag this URL as malicious. You can see 8 malicious or 8 suspicious. ArcSight Threat Intelligence. देखो ArcSight Threat Intelligence ने भी suspicious बोला है. ArcSight Threat Intelligence, TI. Threat Intelligence, threat feeds, all are saying as phishing. Click on detail when it was reported. You can see phishing and fraud, right? First submission. देखो yesterday we received and first time also other people also submitted last time, first time also yesterday only. First time submission 26. You can see 721. First time somebody has submitted, right? Yesterday only. Because yesterday only this campaign started. We also received other people also received the same phishing email. That's the reason it was yesterday only. Status code, you can see it, keep alive, and all other things you can check it out further. Okay, you can see the detail. Got it right?
I hope you already did the analysis right before showing to us, or else you would have not opened the link directly. Is that correct?
Opening the link do not have much problem. Opening the link, because until unless you enter any information, right? Not much hamper. If it is downloadable link, sometimes
if it is downloadable.
Once you click on click on link, something may be downloaded.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
But there is no much impact until unless you are clicking on the on the downloadable that you have downloaded, right? Once you open it, there is no much impact. That is the reason. I mean, you can also open it link, but you should not enter any information, or something has been downloaded, you should not open it. Get mind? Understand?
You mean drive by download kind of link where you click and then the drive by download.
Means once you click on the link, it will get downloaded sometimes, but that is a rare chance. But of course, but unless you are not clicking on the attachment that you have not opening, there won't be much impact. So you can see this. So there is a other example, phishing email based on the attachment, based on the URL, right? That is how you can verify. You can verify the IP address also. You can do the header analysis, verify the IP address, right? Domain, you can check the domain, domain reputation also. Telos Intelligence, multiple site you can check, right? Telos Intelligence, what it is saying. I hope you guys have used this website, right? All explore this website, Telos Intelligence and everything. इसमें तो कुछ नहीं मिल रहा है, सिर्फ इसको डाल के देखते हैं, सिर्फ इसको domain. It is not showing expired, right? Domain. So domain is showing expired, and here we are not getting any detail, but VirusTotal we are getting it.
Sir, like yesterday in VirusTotal, it was like 52. The searchings were total, but today it is like 90.
What 90?
Can you please go to that VirusTotal web page?
90.
Yeah.
So what happens is, whenever they are searching, right, maybe some threat intelligence company did not respond to that particular, particular submission. That is the reason. Sometimes it will get vary for different searches.
Okay.
You can see this is also this particular blacklist it's showing as blacklisted, right? Yeah, IP wide also multiple site we should verify it. Okay, but that is definitely a malicious. VirusTotal, so many this one is showing malicious. We also check the link, open the link and check it out. It's malicious. अच्छा, it is showing an IP address only. इसकी में domain का है DNS lookup, DNS reputation. We'll enter the IP address, domain, and check the reputation. You can see many of the sites are showing a block, right? It is blocked. So it seems suspicious. Got it? Clear? So shall you open your, so what do you think that if you are hosted on GoDaddy, if you get this email, your service has been expired, so what you would have done? You would have clicked and you would have logged in here. Many of the people, you are now in cybersecurity, started in cybersecurity, you might have some doubt and you might not have entered, but before, because it's same to same, you understand, this is a GoDaddy and this is the phishing link, so see, same to same. Is there any difference? No difference. Yes or no?
URL difference.
What?
URL
This
is
also
different.
comes in CSRF, client side request progeny, because you are entering the details and all.
Your voice
So
is
does
clear.
CSRF.
क्या बोल भाई voice is CSR?
CSRF.
CSR. Mike has the problem. Mike has the problem.
Sir, am I audible? No.
Hi.
Asking about cross-site request forces, sir.
Sir, I am telling this thing comes under CSRF.
Acha.
So because here we are entering the details, so that's inside it.
Should improve your net, but you should be able to hear me. Otherwise, it will be a problem. SOP incident response. चलो ठीक है, open करते हैं इसको. Second incident will take. Now, second incident, Windows possible brute force attempt detected. Possible brute force attempt, right? Means this rule will be for high number of Windows login failure, right? The rule name is possible, alert name is possible brute force attempt detected, right? In this case, this rule is basically written when we have multiple login failure, high number of login failure, Windows login failure within short period of time, right? This is the alert. Mute your mic, please. This is the alert which you see mostly on a daily basis when I was shift. This is the most triggered alert, right? Alert name, high number of Windows login failure, Windows brute force attack detected, right? Multiple Windows login failure, right? So this alert has been created when there are multiple login failure within short period of time. Alert will get generated, right? You know that why this alert is required, because of maybe possible there might be system has been compromised and attacker is doing some brute force activity to gain the access. Get in mind? So within a short period of time, we understand that legitimate user may not try 50 times, 100 times within short period of time, 1 minute, 2 minutes. It might be possible that it is attacker which have compromised and installed some brute force software. Yes or no? That is the reason we created this alert. Understand? So one true positive situation for this alert is, might be machine has been compromised and attacker is doing the brute force to gain the access to other computer. False positive, this alert triggered and you found false positive. The false positive chances is maybe sometime if your aggregation is less, for example, you have written 10, maybe possible that user has done it multiple times. Possible because aggregation is less, right? User might have done perform himself. Second situation, even the aggregation is high. Second situation is might be particular user has created some script. Yes or no? Script has created to automate some activities. He entered his username and password on the script. You understand? I have given the example, right? Particular user want to transfer some file, for example, to one computer to other computer. Manually, he's doing copy paste, right? But manually, it is very difficult because every hour the file has to be transferred. Instead of doing the manual activity, the user has created a script to transfer file from his system, this system. Now, in order to transfer on particular system, you have to enter username and password. The user, his username password is has access to login on that system. Then he created the script and enter his username and password, which allow access for the script to enter on that system, login on the system. Now, user might have changed his password, but he did not change the password on the script. Because you have single credential in everywhere in company, domain credential, same user and password to multiple server, multiple application you can use. So if you change the password anywhere, it will change everywhere, right? So he changed his password, network password, but he did not change the password on the script. Now password got changed, but script is still having old password. Script is software, not human, right? When it is login get failed, again it will try to login, resulting high number of every single file login, fail login, even will generate, and resulting and continuously it will try to login, and high number of Windows login failure will get generate and alert will trigger. Yes or no? That's a false positive situation. It's not an attack, right? But event is generated. Yes or no? So this is the false positive situation. When you check, and you might come to know it's a false positive. But initially you do not know. Once this rule will trigger, right? Initially do not know whether it's true positive or false positive. Initially, once the alert trigger, the initial point of view, initial check that you do, whether the incident has to be raised or not. Yes or no? This incident ideally has to be assigned to the user, end user. For example, alert has been triggered, high number of Windows logins for the user Sachin. Only Sachin can tell whether he has logged in multiple times, login failure with him only, or he has set any script. Yes or no? Only he can confirm. So ideally, as an incident response team, SOC team, we should assign the incident to the end user to verify true positive, false positive. Yes or no? But you understand there are different SOC. We have internal SOC, we have client SOC, right? MSSP might be MSSP means we have taken client project. May be possible that we don't have directly contact with the users. In that case, we maybe client SOC team, we have to assign this ticket, and they can take it further and check with the user. Or might be our people are sitting on the client side. We are sitting on our own office Accenture, and some people are sitting client side. Maybe this incident we may have to assign to the on-site people. They can check further because they are sitting on the same office. You do not have direct contact with the user. You know what I mean? In that case, you may assign to client side or on-site people, client people or on-site people. Otherwise, the incident has to be checked by the end user only. Understand? Whether true positive or false positive. So before you raise the incident, first of all, whether you should report the incident or not, high number of Windows login failure. So further checks you have to do before you report, right? So once the alert has been triggered, first of all, you should create a channel for the high number of Windows login failure for the user. Sachin has been triggered, right? Now, for example, you have given 50 login failure in 1 minute or 2 minutes, you have given this aggregation, right? So now you should check the historical logs. All this event, all this alert where aggregation is more than 10, 15, 20 like that, not one, right? Yes or no? If it is one means first time this activity happened. If it is aggregation of 1, if you have given 10, 15, may be possible that this activity is happening before, but aggregation count was 2 in 1 minute, 5 in 1 minute, 10 in 1 minute, because aggregation was high. So whenever aggregation is 5, 10, 15, 50, 100, 200, right? Aggregation is high. Whenever this alert is triggered, you should check historical logs. Since create a channel and check since how long this activity is happening. May be possible because aggregation did not match before, alert did not trigger. Alert triggered now, but activity is happening since yesterday, day before yesterday. Yes or no? So all this incident when they trigger, we have to create a channel and check the historical activity. So for the user Sachin, the alert has been triggered, I'll create a Windows login failure channel for the user Sachin and run the channel for last 24 hours, 48 hours. Sometimes you can even run for long. Check since how long this activity is happening. You maybe possible that you see 500 event, 1000 event, 5000 event also. So you'll come to know since how long this activity is happening. Yes or no? So for example, you get 100 event, 100 login failure. 100 login failure, then 100 login failure is not normal. Maybe it is brute force activity. Get in mind? So it depends on the company, kind of company. Sometimes based on that, for example, for 50 login failure, we used to report. But at the end, we came to know it's false positive, false positive, false positive every time. Then we may change on the policy. Okay, if 24 hours, 50 login failure happen total, then do not report. Monitor it for some more time. And whenever there's more than 200, then only we have to report. This policy can be changed time to time as per the company review, after review. How many times true positive, false positive after investigation, then we can review the policy and change it, right? For example, as per your company SOP, standard operating procedure, if there are 100 login failure happens within 24 hours, then we should report it. Understand? So you find it out, you run the channel for historical log and see how many login failure happen, right? For example, you see 100, 200, 500, 1000, whatever it is, right? You can see, okay, 5000 event. Yes or no? Then you consider this incident as true positive. True positive is first level. Yes or no? First level. And that means you have to report. First level, as part of incident response, you have to report this incident, consider as true positive. Yes or no? Now you create. You understand how you check the historical logs? No need to showcase again, right, on the ESM. The alert been triggered, right? You can check, go on the alert and click on correlation option and detail chain and check what are the event responsible for generating this particular alert. Then create another channel to check 24 hours logs, login failure for a particular user. Download the logs on the CSV, right click and export in channel and download the logs, right? Now we have to create the incident. If you are assigning to the user, you have to mention, dear Sachin, we have seen that high number of Windows login failure have been generated from using username. We have seen high number of login fail activities from your username. In last 24 hours or 48 hours, what you have searched, we have seen there are 500 event login failure. So let us know if you have this activity, done this activity, or you have scheduled any script where you have changed your password but not change the password in the script and it is trying to authenticate itself and resulting high number of login failure has been generated. Attaching the logs for your review. Get it mind? As well as some this kind of table you can create. This brief table. Okay, this is the total event 500. Source IP address this one. Username equal to this one. Yes, ticket number equal to this one. Right? One video I have shown you. Right? This kind of format, so that 5 format we are writing a table, so that without checking the logs also, people can understand how many event from which particular source IP and trying to log on which particular destination IP, right? Understand? What is the username? That detail, brief information, will get it in the table itself. Get it? Attach the logs and ask him to respond. And also, you should enter this information, just copy this information and paste it on the ticketing system also. You will create and assign to the user on ticketing system, assign to the user, enter all detail, make it in progress. Yes or no? And assign to the user. And ticket number you enter on the email also. Some company may not follow the email procedure. Few companies. They may working on the ticket only. Then only attach all the logs and everything or write everything in the ticket only. No emails. Few company may follow like this. But ticket plus email is good way. Get in mind? Once you assign the user will check and respond. If user said, oh, yes. Most of the 99.9%, when this alert is triggered, 99.9% I'm telling you, this alert mostly falls positive after assigning to the user, and the user will tell that, yes, I scheduled the script. Get it? I scheduled the script, and then once he respond and he respond that, hey, yes, he scheduled the script, we will close the ticket as a false positive. Ticket will be closed. An incident will be finally false positive. But as initial element perspective, initial is for true positive. The same way is the case. This incident is going to give you the job. Means in SOC, if you do not raise any incident, right, that means either you are not working or company is much secure, highly secure. So you should need something to showcase. So this kind of alert, Windows login failure, Linux, Unix login failure, right? This login failure, that login failure will generate the alert. So it's not Windows login failure. We can create the alert for Linux login failure, Linux Unix login failure, any application login failure, firewall login failure, proxy login failure, right? These kind of correlation rule also we can create, right? So generally, Windows login failure, Linux login failure, generally this alert will trigger many times, which will give you the time to report the incident, create some incident. Yes or no? So you understand, if Windows login failure happens, right? First thing, you check the historical logs, alert trigger for which user, right? What is the source IP? What is the destination IP, right? Then check the historical log last 24 hours, how many event has been generated as per the SOP. For example, if event are enough to report 50 or it's abnormal, it's not normal user login, it's abnormal, right? You'll consider this incident as true positive, export the logs on the CSV and create the incident, right? To verify whether user has done the activity manually or might be he has scheduled some script which is trying to authenticate itself. Might be he forgot to change the password on the system. Get him on the script, right? We check with him. If user has done it, we'll close as false positive. If user has, that is rare chances. There are rare chances where user will say, no, I don't know, I have not done it. I have not scheduled any script. Possible, but there's a rare chances. Means it can be a true positive brute force activity. 0.1% chances are there that brute force means it's actually the attacker. Understand? 99.9% it will be a user who has scheduled a script, but this time it is attacker 0.1%. Attacker means when the user will say, I have not done this. May possible that user account has been compromised, user system has been compromised. Account has not been compromised because login are failure, but user system has been compromised. From which IP? So particular IP, which is source IP, right? Source IP. From which source IP the alert will be generated, right? Source IP, trying to log in some system. What is source IP? That system is compromised. May possibly it is compromised, where attacker might have installed some brute force software and trying to. Then that particular system, we have to do the whole analysis. Yes or no? We have to isolate the system from the network. If you identify, we need to check the firewall logs. What all things for any system compromise, multiple things you have to check. You take the firewall logs to check it out. This particular system is trying to connect which all successful traffic, denied traffic, on which port number it is trying to connect. All you have to analyze. Understand why? First, firewall traffic. Second thing, if you see anything malicious, then you'll review email gateway traffic. See, it is possible. It is possible that, see, because in the company, you have domain account, right? Right now, I'm using this system. I log in with Sulabh. I can log into other system also with using Sulabh username. I will be able to log in. So it is not certain that I have used the username as Sachin, then I have to just check Sachin system only. I have to check the IP address. Maybe the IP address belongs to some other computer. Sachin is saying that I never log in this computer. Some other computer, that username Sachin has been used, right? So we have to look at the source IP from where the connection has been generated for login failure, right? Not the Sachin user system, because Sachin has different system, but attacker use different system by username Sachin. Get in mind? So I have to check particular system from which the attempt has been generated, source IP. Check the firewall logs. If something is found, check the email gateway logs, check the proxy logs, check what the user. So particular system, particular IP address, MAC ID, we can everything we can find out, right? Check with the user. Have you received any email? May possible that the source machine belongs to Yashwant, not actually Sachin. It belongs to Yashwant. But when attacker is trying, he's using the username Sachin. Yes or no? So we have to check the source IP from which the login failure alert has been generated, using which, right? So check the firewall logs, check the email gateway log, check the proxy logs. If maybe user has downloaded something malicious from the website, or user might have received some email, phishing email,